Are canned sardines really just a cheap, smelly snack from the past? Or are they the most overlooked weapon in a man's fight for vitality after 60? Let me ask you directly. What if I told you that something sitting quietly in your pantry right now might be more powerful for your erections, testosterone, and prostate health than the $100 supplements lining your bathroom shelf? That one small can, usually passed over without a second glance, could hold the secret to better blood flow, stronger bones, sharper memory, and yes, firmer manhood. I'm Dr. Khera, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping older men reclaim their confidence, energy, and intimate connection. I've seen firsthand what works and what doesn't, and sardines, my friend, are not what most people think. Because here's the strange truth. While many men chase quick fixes and flashy pills, the answer has been hiding in plain sight. Sardines are more than food, they're functional medicine. Packed with omega-3s, vitamin D, selenium, and natural testosterone boosters, they hit nearly every marker we track in men's aging. But very few people understand how deep the benefits really go. So in today's video, we're going to uncover exactly what science says about canned sardines and male vitality after 60. I'll walk you through 10 powerful reasons why this small fish may just be the smartest addition to your diet. And by the end, you'll never look at that silver can the same way again. Before we dive in, if you're a man over 60 who's serious about staying strong, sharp, and confident, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I share real, practical health advice just for you. And if this video speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can serve you better. Let's begin with the real reason so many men over 60 feel their bodies, and especially their manhood, aren't what they used to be. It's not just aging. It's not just bad luck. There's something deeper happening inside your body. And surprisingly, sardines may hold the key to reversing it. To understand how this humble little fish fits into the picture, we first need to look at what's actually changing in your body after 60, and why so many men start to feel tired, lose muscle, struggle with performance, and quietly wonder if their best years are behind them. 1. Why men over 60 begin to decline, and where sardines come in. I've had countless conversations with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s. Men who used to feel strong, confident, and capable. And then one day, it feels like the switch flipped. Energy fades. Erections become unpredictable. Mood shifts, focus drifts, and suddenly life feels a little smaller, a little dimmer. And you wonder, is this just how it ends? But here's what I tell every patient who sits across from me, eyes filled with frustration or quiet shame. Decline is not inevitable. You are not broken. What you're experiencing is the result of real biological shifts, ones we can fight back against with the right tools. After 60, testosterone begins to drop, nitric oxide levels fall, and blood vessels stiffen. Your body's ability to move blood efficiently, produce energy, and maintain muscle and intimacy begins to slow, not because you're old, but because your biology is starved of what it needs. This is where sardines come in. Yes, sardines, the same canned fish you may have overlooked for decades. They contain the exact nutrients most men over 60 are missing. Omega-3s to fight inflammation, vitamin D to balance hormones, coenzyme Q10 to fuel the heart, and natural fats that support testosterone. It's not a miracle food. It's real food for real men with real problems. And if that sounds surprising, just wait until you discover what sardines can do for your blood flow and your erections. Because when it comes to performance, everything starts with circulation. And this little fish may be the ultimate game changer. 2. Sardines and your penis. The blood flow connection. I still remember the moment a patient in his late 60s leaned in, lowered his voice, and asked, "Doc, is it normal that I just don't get hard like I used to?" He wasn't embarrassed. He was concerned. He felt disconnected from his partner, from his confidence, from himself. And what I told him might surprise you. I said, "It's not about your penis, it's about your blood vessels." You see, an erection is not a reaction, it's a circulation event. Blood needs to flow freely, rapidly, and with enough pressure to fill the penile chambers. And if your arteries are clogged, stiff, or inflamed, that won't happen. The truth is, the penis is often the first place poor blood flow shows up. That's why sardines matter. They're one of the richest natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These aren't just heart-healthy fats, they're vascular medicine. Omega-3s reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improve elasticity, and stimulate nitric oxide, which helps those vessels expand and carry blood where it's needed most. I've seen men make the switch, ditching heavy red meats, adding sardines a few times a week, and within weeks, they report feeling fuller, firmer, more alive. Not because of magic, because blood is moving again. But blood flow is only half the battle. To truly reclaim vitality after 60, we need to talk about testosterone and how sardines can unlock your body's natural drive from the inside out. 3. Sardines, testosterone and male drive. Testosterone isn't just a number on a lab report, it's how a man feels in his own body. It's the spark behind confidence, the energy to move through your day, the drive to connect with your partner, and the will to take action. I've had older patients tell me they just don't feel like themselves anymore. They're not depressed, not sick, just flat, like the fire went out. And often, that fire is called testosterone. After 60, your testosterone levels can drop steadily each year. What most men don't realize is that your body still has the tools to make it. You just need to give it the right building blocks. That's where sardines come in. Sardines are packed with cholesterol, the good kind, alongside healthy fats, zinc, and vitamin D. These aren't just nutrients, they're raw materials for testosterone production. Your body uses them to manufacture hormones, fuel metabolism, and restore balance. One of my patients started adding sardines to his breakfast twice a week. Within a month, he said, "I don't know what changed, but I want to get things done again." That's testosterone waking up. Not from a pill, but from real food that supports your endocrine system naturally. But hormones are only part of the equation. There's another silent threat most men ignore until it's too late: the prostate. And what sardines can do for this small but mighty gland might surprise you even more. 4. Your prostate's secret ally: small fish, big impact. If you're waking up 2, 3, even 4 times a night just to use the bathroom, you're not alone. I hear this from older men all the time, how their sleep is broken, their mornings are groggy, and their peace of mind is slowly slipping away. The culprit? Often, it's the prostate. This small walnut-sized gland doesn't seem like much, but after 60, it can cause real problems: urgency, weak stream, discomfort, and that constant, never-quite-empty feeling. But what if I told you there's a quiet ally for your prostate sitting right there on your kitchen shelf? Sardines are one of nature's most efficient protectors of the prostate. They're rich in selenium, a powerful antioxidant that shields prostate cells from oxidative damage. They also contain anti-inflammatory omega-3s that help reduce swelling in the gland itself. And their vitamin D content supports hormone balance that helps regulate prostate growth. Even more importantly, sardines are small, clean fish, low on the food chain, which means they're less likely to carry the heavy metals and toxins that can burden the body and worsen prostate issues over time. One older gentleman told me, "Doctor, I thought sardines were just old man food. I never imagined they'd help me sleep through the night again." And as good as that sounds, there's something even more vital that sardines give you. Something that holds your body together from the inside out. It's not a vitamin, it's your foundation, and without it, nothing else works. Let's talk about your bones. 5. Bone health and energy: why sardines outperform calcium pills. One of the hardest moments for many older men isn't about performance or energy. It's the quiet frustration of losing strength in their legs. I've had men tell me they used to climb stairs with ease, but now they pause halfway. Others admit they avoid long walks because their knees ache or they're afraid of falling. What they don't always realize is that this isn't just aging, it's bone loss, and it's happening faster than they think. Most guys turn to calcium pills or drink milk because they've been told that's what bones need. But there's a hidden problem: absorption. Your body can't build strong bones just by dumping calcium into your system. It needs vitamin D to absorb it, phosphorus to bond it, and protein to support the structure. That's where sardines shine. Sardines contain all of it: natural calcium from the softened bones, vitamin D from the meat and oil, and high-quality protein to rebuild. And because the calcium is food-based, your body actually knows what to do with it. It doesn't sit in your gut or get flushed out. It gets used. I've seen older men regain balance, strength, and confidence by simply replacing pills with real food. They feel more stable, more mobile, more alive. But there's another benefit hiding in sardines, one that most people never associate with fish. It doesn't strengthen your muscles or your bones. It sharpens your memory. And for many men, it brings back a part of themselves they thought was long gone. Let's talk about your brain. 6. Sardines and your brain. Stay sharp, stay sexy. I had a patient in his early 70s tell me, "Doc, I walked into the kitchen yesterday and forgot why I went in, twice." He laughed it off, but I saw the worry in his eyes. Moments like that chip away at a man's sense of control. When you can't recall names, misplace keys, or lose your train of thought mid-sentence, it doesn't just frustrate you, it scares you. You wonder if you're slipping into something deeper. But memory loss isn't always about age. Often, it's about nutrition, what the brain is missing. And the truth is, your brain is built on fat. Nearly 60% of it is composed of fatty acids, and the most important one is DHA, a form of omega-3 found abundantly in sardines. DHA strengthens neural connections, sharpens focus, and supports mood. Sardines also deliver vitamin B12, which protects the insulation around your nerves, and vitamin D, which clears waste from your brain, waste that, when it builds up, is linked to dementia and Alzheimer's. I've seen older men become mentally quicker, more engaged, even emotionally lighter after just a few weeks of adding sardines. Their kids notice, their wives notice, and most importantly, they feel like themselves again. But brain health is just one part of the equation. Because when it comes to choosing between sardines and fish oil pills, most men are making a costly mistake. What you're about to learn may change the way you see supplements forever. 7. Why sardines beat fish oil supplements, by far. I remember a man in his mid-60s who came into my office carrying a plastic bag full of supplements. Fish oil, vitamin D, B12, CoQ10, you name it. He looked at me and said, "Doc, I'm doing everything right. Why don't I feel any better?" And I gently asked him, "When was the last time you ate something that gave your body all of this naturally?" Here's the truth. Fish oil supplements give you one ingredient, omega-3s. Sardines give you an entire team. When you eat a whole sardine, you're getting not just omega-3s, but CoQ10 for heart energy, selenium for inflammation, vitamin D for hormones, and B12 for your nervous system. These nutrients don't just sit in isolation, they work together, as nature intended. That's why the body recognizes them, uses them efficiently, and responds faster. And unlike processed pills, sardines don't require marketing hype to prove their value. They've been healing men's bodies quietly for generations, long before the supplement industry turned health into a business. I've seen men swap out bottles for a few cans a week and come back saying, "I'm clearer, stronger, and I feel more like myself." That's the difference between isolated chemistry and whole food synergy. But even if you're ready to give sardines a try, there's a catch. Not all cans are created equal. What you choose, how you eat it, and what you avoid can make or break your results. Let's break that down together. 8. How to eat sardines for maximum vitality. A man once told me he bought a few cans of sardines after our first visit, brought them home, stared at them for days, and never opened one. "Doc," he said, "I didn't know what to do with them. I was scared they'd taste like cat food." We laughed, but I understood. For many men, sardines are unfamiliar and maybe even a little intimidating. But when you know how to choose and prepare them, they become one of the easiest, most powerful habits you can build. First, not all sardines are created equal. Look for cans packed in olive oil or spring water. These protect the healthy fats and avoid the added sugar and salt that come in tomato sauce or brine. Read the label. Choose quality over quantity. And if possible, pick sardines from countries like Portugal or Spain, where the fishing practices and preservation methods are cleaner and more consistent. As for how to eat them, keep it simple. Eat them straight from the can with whole grain toast. Add a squeeze of lemon juice or a pinch of ginger powder to cut the fishy taste. Mix them into a salad or scramble them with eggs for a protein-packed breakfast. It's not about fancy cooking, it's about consistency. And here's the thing. Eating sardines right doesn't just nourish your body, it protects it. But like any powerful tool, there are times when it's not the right fit. Because for some men, sardines can cause more harm than good, and knowing when to be cautious could save you from making a painful mistake. Let's talk about that next. 9. A word of caution. Who should be careful? As much as I believe in the power of sardines, I also believe in being honest with you. No food is perfect for everyone, not even this one. And over the years, I've had to gently pull back some of my patients who were eager to dive in but didn't realize their bodies needed a different approach. If you struggle with gout or have high uric acid levels, sardines might cause trouble during a flare-up. They're high in purines, which can aggravate your condition. That doesn't mean you can never enjoy them, but it does mean timing and moderation are everything. Talk to your doctor, listen to your body. The same goes for men with advanced kidney disease. Some canned sardines are high in sodium, which can increase water retention and strain the kidneys. That's why label reading matters. Choose lower sodium options. Go for sardines packed in spring water. Be intentional. I've seen men make smart adjustments, not avoiding sardines entirely, but using wisdom to get the benefit without the backlash. It's not about fear, it's about knowledge. And the truth is, most men over 60 will thrive by adding sardines into their routine. But even with all we've covered, circulation, testosterone, bones, brain, prostate, there's still one thing left. Because sardines don't just feed your body, they change your mindset. And in this final thought, I want to show you how something so small can lead to something much greater. Let's finish strong. 10. Final message from Dr. Khera. What you choose today matters. I've spent decades in exam rooms, across from men who were once strong, proud, full of life, and who now sit quietly, wondering if they've lost something they'll never get back. And I always remind them, decline doesn't happen all at once. It's the small daily choices, what you put on your plate, how you move, how you think, that shape your future. Sardines may not look like much. They're not glamorous. They don't come with shiny labels or wild promises, but what they do bring is real nourishment, nutrients your body can use right now to rebuild what time has taken. Not just your energy or your performance, but your clarity, your confidence, your peace of mind. I've watched men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s begin to feel like themselves again, not because of a miracle, but because they returned to what works. Something simple, something pure, something powerful. So the next time you pass that small silver can in the store, I hope you see more than just fish. I hope you see potential. I hope you see a decision to invest in yourself, not later, not someday, but today. Because you deserve to feel strong again. You deserve to move with ease, think clearly, and live fully. And sometimes, the greatest change starts with the most ordinary thing: a quiet choice, a humble can, and a man who decides he's not done yet. If this message spoke to you, even just one part of it, I'd be honored if you gave this video a like. It helps more men like you find real, practical health information they can trust. If you know someone, a brother, a friend, or even your son, who could benefit from this, please share it with them. Your small act could make a big difference in someone else's life. I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you've tried, what's worked, or what you still struggle with. I read every one. And if you believe in the mission of bringing honest, no-nonsense health education to men over 60, consider supporting this channel with a small donation. It helps us keep creating meaningful content without outside pressure. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one. You're not alone, and you're just